Liz Williams is a Christian author who lives in Simpsonville with her husband, 2 children, and a precious mini Bernedoodle Rex. Her first book, Fearfully and Wonderfully Made, details her healing journey in therapy, navigating new motherhood, and rediscovering her faith. She works in human resources where she fights for the voices of all her employees. Say hello to Miss Liz Williams. We're excited to have you back, Liz.
Good morning. I'm excited to be here.
Okay, working in HR, doing all the things. How did you transition to author as well?
Yeah, so I actually studied literature in college, and I got an internship at my mom's company in college, and I kind of just transitioned over to it. I liked the idea of, being able to help other people and fight for the voices of everyone. So, I've been in HR for about 20 years, and I recently, when I started therapy, I started to write again, and it just, unquenched passion for a while, and it's really just, been very fulfilling for me.
Talk about what led you to therapy, or what made you decide to start going?
Absolutely. So I had 2 young children, 2 toddlers, worked full time, had an extremely demanding job, had so many responsibilities that it just got to the point where I was just overwhelmed. I was burned out. I did not feel connected with myself. So I started therapy about 1.5 years ago, and it has been life-changing for me.
I love that, because so many moms and dads too, but we're going to talk moms because we're both moms, are probably in the same boat, and they're probably just like, well, this is what's expected. I'm supposed to feel like this. No, you don't have to.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think that so many people are just in survival mode, and that is not what God intended for us. God intended us for us to be joyful, to be happy. Don't get me wrong, life has its challenges, but there's a higher purpose for us. Like, we're not just expected to just make it in this life. Like, we're expected to be joyful, to find purpose, to find peace, and to find happiness.
I love that, because there are some weeks, no matter what you do, it's survival mode. You know what I mean? Especially as we get towards the end of the school year or the start of a school year, kind of it's a survival mode. But if you're finding that that's like your everyday, maybe it's time to step back and, talk to somebody. But your book, what does your book dive into? Because I think it's going to help a lot of people.
Yeah, sure. So it really details my therapy journey. It's broken up into different parts: childhood, early adulthood, and motherhood. And it details just my healing journey and my faith journey throughout my life. I've had periods where I've been closer to God and further away, but God is always waiting for us with open arms whenever we're ready to come back to Him.
I love that. Have you seen too that, part of the healing process for you, was it once you started putting words down and doing more writing and maybe revisiting some things that have maybe caused some discomfort?
Absolutely. I can't say that it's always easy, but it is a worthwhile endeavor, because for me, I have childhood PTSD, which is basically, a more severe version of PTSD.
Yeah.
And it was affecting the quality of my life. I had, triggers and just unresolved memories and unresolved issues that I needed to work through in order for me to be able to have the quality of life that I'm supposed to have and that I was created to have.
And did it make sense too when someone said, this is childhood PTSD, or this is why this is happening? Like, it probably makes you feel like, oh my gosh, okay.
Yep, it was a light bulb that went off. There are 5 symptoms of childhood PTSD, and I always thought that I was weird, or I have social anxiety, but it all has a source. The great thing about childhood PTSD is it's not a genetic disorder, it's actually an attachment disorder, which can be resolved through therapy and through healing, and I'm experiencing that right now.
See, I love it. And if you are going through anything that, Liz has talked about, and maybe it's, hit you, pick up this book, read it. If you have a friend that's going through something, get it, to them. Where can we find it? And tell us the full name of it.
Sure. So it's Fearfully and Wonderfully Made. You can buy it at Barnes & Noble, Amazon, Walmart, Target, pretty much anywhere.
Anywhere books are made. And how lucky are your employees to have someone like you on their side and, doing all the things. So we're lucky to have you here to share about your book, guys. Again, look it up, her website just on the screen. And thank you so much, Liz, for being here.
Thank you for having me.